Guys, welcome back to yet another TapDaddyBeats stream. I hope you guys had a good new year. This is our first mixing stream of 2026. And man, I've got a lot of really good stuff that I want to get mixed down today. I made a lot of music while I was off supposedly taking a break, I made some really cool stuff, especially starting out with this first beat. I think you guys are going to enjoy it. It's kind of a peculiar kind of new Jabez type beat that you guys will get the vibe that I'm going on when we get into it. But first, this is my newest release. It's called Soft Reboot. And yeah, if you enjoy my music, if you're like, trying to stay up to date on all of the new TapDaddyBeats releases, I actually have a 2-track EP coming out tonight. So if you're watching this in the future, it might already be out. It's called Dragonfly. And oh man, I can't wait. I can't wait for you guys to hear it. It's really, it's like, you guys know I recently got the Arturia plugins. Really, this 2-track EP is just kind of like 2 of my favorite songs that when I was kind of going ham with all of these Arturia synthesizers, these were 2 of my favorites that came out of that, But anyways, some cool stuff. Let me put the kibosh on this. And let's get in with our first beat that we're mixing down today. Oh, and let me get all my screens positioned right. I don't know. Every time I go live, it sometimes... Yeah, here we go. Okay, there we go. All right, let's pause that. You guys know where to find me. TapDaddy, all platforms. Good jazz. And let's give our first listen through of what we are mixing down. First, this is song 1077. I don't have a name for it yet. So let's give it a listen. Are we peaking? Positive 3.48. We'll definitely have to take this down. So we'll get the volume down and mix it a little bit at a quieter level starting off. This mix is pretty good just for a demo. I feel like this is kind of one of those beats where it's going to go one of 2 ways. The mix is either going to be really easy or we're going to get really in the weeds. We'll just find out. I feel like me 2 years ago would have been like side chaining these kicks to like the piano. I think we're going to take a different approach though. We're going to try to not compress too much in the mix, but then we're going to throw on the Shadow Hills Master compressor. We're going to enable sidechain there and kind of, I don't know, I feel like it's a little bit more of a glued feeling when we kind of let the compression on the master really get those kicks into the track. It'll be good. Okay, so it looks like our max peak is going to be 3.48. Let's just take everything, and we're going to really bring this down. And as I do this, I encourage you guys to maybe turn up your volume. Oh yeah, and we have this track that we're not using. We're not using this guy. That was left over from production. Let's clean up our project file a little bit. Everything else should be good. We'll just double, triple check. 3.64. Okay. It's not too drastically different. So we're going to go -4. And then that gets us below 0. And then how much headroom do we want from there? Probably about 6 decibels. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah. Okay, so it's going to be a little bit quiet for both myself and you guys, but, you know, I'm just going to turn my volume up. Okay. Yeah, we start quiet and we build it up incrementally. And yeah, plenty of headroom here. Let's focus on these drums first. I love the sound of these. You know, there's one thing though that I'm thinking we might be doing more. What was this from? It's a weird EQ. Oh, yeah, that's right. It was for this section over here with just the kicks. I wasn't enjoying the highs. Okay. We're going to leave this on the end of our drum bus. So there is like 1 or 2 things that I want to kind of play with. First and foremost, let's pull out Oxide, our tape recorder plugin from Universal Audio. And I think we're going to do this after the compression here. We're going to boost the input, decrease the output a little bit. There we go. What's up, Tim Williams? How you doing, man? Says, yo, Tap, that R&B track was dope. Hey, thank you so much, man. Did you catch the beat making video? God, I love those videos, man. I'm glad you enjoyed that. That's kind of a demo that's been, you know, top of my listening in this past like week or so. That one and this one as well. Let's see. See, I feel like these drums can be a little bit snappier maybe. We're working on it. I'm not sure if this was the right way. Maybe we decrease the input, increase the output. Ooh, I like what that's doing with this kick. Let's A/B test it, you know? We can always A/B test our way to victory. Oh, yeah. I like that. Let's do a little bit more. We'll like that much and that much. I don't know. This is, bring it back in. It's very subtle, but I feel like this is just giving this kick a little bit more definition. And then, you know, I will say, the other day, who was it? Was it Mars that's been recommending Air Windows? There was one thing that I've been enjoying putting on a snare. We did it live on stream, and I also did this for another track. Such an obscure plugin, but like, in lieu of Fresh Air, because I feel like it does the same thing that Fresh Air does, but I like how this sounds better on the snare. If we pull out Air Windows, we go, where was it? Filter, Stonefire, and just boosting up this air a little bit. So this is only applying to the snare. See, we're just, that just kind of brightens it. Nice. now I think we can bring that snare down. Yo, what's up, Mars? How you doing, man? You caught me using Air Windows. Ooh, yeah, that's hitting nice. But yeah, how's your day going, dude? No, it wasn't you that was recommending Air Windows, was it? It was email. I forget what his other alt was. Yeah. He says, I've been working on a track myself, taking a break. Hey, fair enough, man. Hey, good on you. Staying busy. Hell yeah, man. Hell yeah. Love to hear it, dude. Okay, I feel like we got this pretty good. Let's just take another look at our... Okay, so this is like... Now, I like the little bit of compression here. I just wanted to see what exactly this compressor was doing for these drums. There we go. Let's hear this kick in this, solo section. But yeah, Tim says, would it sound nicer to put Air Windows after the low pass? Let's find out. Oh, you're talking about over here. So here's actually the limitation that we're in. So that Air Windows is only being applied to this snare. So this is happening before it gets grouped and sent into this whole thing. Kind of a limitation, but at the same time it makes sense. We're doing things in the order of like process the one shots, group them, and then it gets sent into this low pass, this compressor, this tape recorder plugin, and then this is just automated to turn on at the bridge section where only the kicks are. So there's really not much of a workaround for that, but I think it's working quite fine. In fact, I kind of like, just to show you what this sounds like without that low pass. I don't know, there's something about cutting the highs very abruptly that just gives it this vibe. It's like very uniformly cut. It kind of feels like, I don't know, tape that doesn't quite have its whole range in a way. I'm not sure. So yeah, really the answer is we do want these all cut together. It's the how uniformly it's like shaved at like 9K hertz. It's kind of a vibe, Okay, let's keep moving along. Let's go back to the beginning here. I always like to kind of move in order of which the listener is hearing things. So now that we've got these drums kind of squared away, and we might still kind of touch up on them, let's figure out what else is going on in this section. Definitely this piano. That's good. You thought air was on the entire drums. Yeah, I know, it looks like, it's just this small little separator here. You see, for the longest time, I didn't recognize the fact that I could apply things to these individual one-shots. I was kind of shocked the day that I found out that I could drag things into the drum rack area like this. Yeah, he's like, sorry, I don't use Ableton. Oh, shunned. No, I'm kidding. Nah, I like Ableton because it kind of, I don't know, in my opinion, I think it works as you would expect. Right? Like you can drag things anywhere and it'll kind of behave how you expect it to. Like the drum rack especially, I can, it's my kick, my snare, and we have this area in between here that we can put in anything on the individual, one shots. And then everything gets passed along into this chain. And if we want to, we can throw anything into like a return track as well. So it's pretty good. But yeah. Oh, you're good. You're good, Mars. Hell yeah. Lighting my pipe, he says. Hell yeah. We got hitting that that fire. Hell yeah. Yeah, Ableton is great. I'm just so used to FL. Been using it for 10 plus years. Still learning new things. Hey, I feel the same way about Ableton. I think I'm on, let's see, I've been producing for like 15 years. And I think I moved over to Ableton about 2 years into it. So I think I've been in Ableton for about 13. I don't know. I'm still learning things as well. All right, so this piano is sounding pretty good. We do have some compression on here. This nice LA 2A. Dude, I love this on anything mid-range. I'll even turn it off and on for you guys so you can hear. All right, and off. On. It's just a little bit more vibrant. I think that's set about where I want it. Now, we do have this repeated, like this guy. Let's see what's going on in the EQ there. Okay, well, I see a bunch of information down here that we probably don't need. It's not like there's a bass that it's clashing with, but it's more like maybe that kick will feel more defined if we kind of clean out the space. Because yeah, you can tell there's like no difference in how it sounds, really. But it's gonna assist our kick a little bit by cleaning that area out. And it looks like I just want to figure out really where the power of this is coming from. So let's pull in another node. I kind of like the sound of these highs up here. You can see these three resonants are pretty even with each other. We're going to try to emphasize this top guy a little bit. And then we're gonna, let's see, we're gonna pull in our EQ. That was like a little bit, I'm gonna tighten this. Oops, tighten I said. Little divot. Just clamp down a little bit. Go. But yeah, Mars was saying, yeah, I appreciate the versatility of Ableton and Cubase. I got you. I've never used Cubase before. I got some homies though that swear by it. I can't help but feel like this drum might be able to get a little bit extra bite to it. I want to just hear it with a smidge of decapitator. Not much, but like a smidge of it. And where would we want this? After the compression. Maybe we'll do this after the tape recorder as well, because this also is doing a little bit of compression. I usually saturate after. Excuse me. Oh my gosh. All right. Ooh, okay. Here we go. I like what this is doing to the kick. It's also giving that snare a little bit more bite. We might even turn this up a bit and then turn the mix on this down. Yeah, Radiator might be nice too. I do love Radiator. What I've found though is I feel like Decapitator works so much better for drums. Radiator though, oh my god, I love Radiator on the master. Just like a little hair of Radiator can really excite your master. It's good. He says I could just be saying that because I've been using it a lot lately. Hey, you know, when you're picking up a vibe, when you're like, this tool is working, like you should chase it, you know, 100%. I feel like I find myself with like these love-hate relationships with all of my plugins, you know? I start really enjoying something and then I use it so much until I like hear it and everything and I go, oh, I hate this. And then I back off and then I eventually come back around and go, let's use a little bit of it, but more sparingly. And then that's usually when I really lock in and understand how to use my tools, right? But I feel like I go through that with every single plugin that I get. Like Decapitator, I used to go crazy on it on all of my drums. Nowadays, I'm using it every once in a while very sparingly. Yeah, never tried Radiator on master. I'm going to try that. So yeah, I did this plugin B beat that's actually coming out on an EP that I'm dropping soon called Night Owl. I used Radiator on the master, and I really liked how it crunched up the 808s and kind of affected the rest of the track. You know, really good for that sort of clipped sort of feel, right? In general, though, even when I'm doing like very delicate jazz-focused sort of like hip-hop stuff, I'll use little Radiator, and I'll give it just a little bit. And you know what I notice it does is it kind of brightens the track. It kind of gives this brighter sheen to the track. And what I also notice is it sounds louder, but my max peak volume usually comes down, actually, after using little Radiator. So I kind of have more room to push it up into the ceiling, and it sounds louder, which overall kind of helps me get my LUFs up a little bit more easily. So, I don't know. It's definitely something to play around with. I would recommend, I think Little Radiator works really well on masters. That's a little bit more forgiving when it comes to masters, you know. But I've also used Radiator as well when getting a little bit more extreme and hands-on and kind of playing around with a kind of clipped sort of saturated feel, you know. It's cool. Yeah, Mars saying, yeah, I use each particular plugin based on what I need. There are so many different delays that I do different things. Yeah, that do different things. I'm with you on that. I use Ableton stock delay quite a bit, but also I think Echo Boy is a really good like when I need a delay that's a little bit more creative, you know. Yeah. Anyways, wow, I'm yapping at you guys today. I like when I end up yapping at you guys. Let's keep dialing this in. Might even try boosting that kick a little bit. And then we turn this down like... Nah, we should keep that up. Okay. I'm gonna lift some of this, like the higher end, right up here in the 2K range. Actually, I don't know. Maybe it deserves a little bit of boost where this resonant is, kind of helping it peek through the mix a little bit. There we go. Hey, Signature, how's it going, dude? Happy New Year. How have you been, man? How was your holidays? It's good to see you, dude. Honestly, I don't think I want to touch this vibraphone too much. As you can see, I've got so much shit on this that makes this vibraphone sound very, like, dusty. There's a lot of elements coming in, like, right below the 1000 hertz range. What if we clamp down over here instead? See, so we did this little cut up here to kind of help emphasize this guy. But you see, it would also benefit this guy if we clamped a little bit. Let's try this slightly differently. We're gonna, like, yeah, down there, and then we're gonna take this guy and we're gonna say, yeah, right down here. And maybe we'll boost a little bit on the other side. There we go. Cool. Might back off on that decapitator a little bit. There we go. But yeah, he says, awesome, thanks. Managed to take a relaxing break. Oh, that's good to hear, man. Yeah, me too, man. I was just chilling. I was also just making music for fun. This is something I produced while I was on break. I cooked a lot. I ate a lot of good food, and I made a lot of good beats. Good God. Even when I take time off, I still make music. I can't help myself, man. I'm kind of addicted. Turn off this space heater over here. There we go. It's getting nice and toasty in my studio, man. Okay, I'm thinking we've actually got these sitting pretty well, and we didn't have to touch too much of this stuff. Really, we've just spent a lot of time kind of shaping the drums, doing some minor EQing on this guy, really not doing anything crazy. We did a little bit of EQing down here. And this is also kind of an element that we're not going to want to touch much. We want it to kind of feel natural. We don't want to compress it. It's sitting in the mix. It's got like a nice width to it that's kind of surrounding the track. So, you know, like I was saying at the beginning of this stream, like this demo actually fits very nicely together. It's kind of one of those tracks that we don't need to do a whole lot, right? So, yeah. Yeah, it's just like, yeah, mine too. That's why I'm taking a break. Fair. All right. I like this section. Let's let it go on. We might even turn this guy down because we boosted this guy a little bit down here. Let's try one. There we go. Okay, and then this crescendo here. This This could come up. I kind of want to, I don't know, this almost feels like it needs the other half. What if we put this down over here and we reversed it and just see how that felt? Reverse. That feels a little bit more natural. This one, though, we're going to want it to be like cut hard because it lines up with the snare hit. There we go. Cool. All right, let's work these violins. I think this chimes can come up. I think we're going to bring these down a little bit. They seem to be kind of jutting out of the track a little bit. This guy will be quieter. Might even, I feel like this could use a splash of like a hall reverb. It might muddy things up a little bit. I don't know. But like, let's just hear it. Oh, yes, this is it. In fact, let's stop messing around with, we want this to apply to both of these guys. We're going to group it. These should move as a unit, right? So, all right. Oh, yeah, Mars, I feel you, man. Oh, man. Everything has been devastating lately. Ugh. Signature's like, I totally don't watch the news anymore. Dude, I envy you. There we go. All right. Not sure how that... Yeah, even less. There we go. Let's play around with a little bit of compression. Tiny bit of compression. I'm kind of on the fence, before or after. Let's try after. Let's try after. We might glue these together pretty nicely. Yeah, and we don't want to completely flatten the dynamic range. The idea here is we're just going to squeeze it gently enough that it feels a little bit extra vibrant. This guy's going to come up. Yeah, I feel you, Mars. It's like inescapable. Let's see. Let's see. Only way to stay sane, yeah. Dude, I feel like this track really didn't need a whole lot. This is sounding really good. At least in my opinion. I don't know. There's probably somebody out there like, ugh. Let's try this the other way around. I kind of like it being kind of glued into its reverb a little bit more. It's a very slight compression, so we're not like completely muddying things by doing that. But yeah, Mars saying I've just been working on a track I started yesterday. I spent the morning building the patterns and setting the levels. I'll arrange it later, he says. I want to take a bet. Will you? No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding. I feel like, I don't know, over the years, I feel like if I stop working on a track for whatever reason, the likelihood that I'm going to finish it goes down, like it halves. And that's true. Every single time I open up a project and close that project, I half the likelihood that it's actually going to get finished. So what I've done is now I make everything in one sitting. Whether I'm making a beat in 30 minutes or I'm making a beat in 7 hours, I just do it while I'm like in that flow state. But not everybody has the luxury of doing that. And sometimes I still do have to do these productions that I do over the course of 2 days, right? So, you know, it's like whatever works for you. But I purposefully avoid ever closing my project when I'm in the production phase just because I know the likelihood that I'm going to finish it is halved every time I do that, right? That's my opinion anyways. But yeah, you fattened your sound up on this. I like it. Thank you, Signature. Yeah, I think that this is coming out great. I think we're pretty much ready for the mastering. And this is where I think that this is going to really come together. Because like I said at the beginning of this mix, what I really want to do is feed this into the Shadow Hills with the sidechain enabled and kind of clamp down on it with that compressor. And I think that this 4 on the floor feel with the sidechain enabled on the master compressor is going to feel pretty good. I'm betting, you know. All right, let's try it. Okay. And you'll notice I've got these drums they're kind of sitting a little bit high in the mix, but that's going to work out well when it comes to this, what I'm going to try to do with this compressor here. Okay, so enable sidechain. Oh, this is sounding nice and full. Whew. How much is that Shadow Hills? $10,000. No. That's how much it costs to get a real one. I actually got this for free. I can't remember what I got it with. Like, I bought some other plugin and I got this as a bonus. Or maybe I got it in a promotional deal. I just remember this was one that was given to me that I don't remember buying. Keep your eye out for the Shadow Hills mastering compressor. This was from Plugin Alliance. That's what it was. Yeah, Plugin Alliance. I got it for free from them. Yeah, Mars says I received Shadow Hills free with the Plugin Alliance subscription. See, I never even subscribed to Plugin Alliance. I think they just had a promotional deal that I swooped in on. So yeah, I'd look into it. You might be able to get it for free as well. But yeah, I was showing my buddy the other day. I've got a friend that's getting a Euro rack set up. And he's showing me he's got a Micro Brute from Arturia, and he also just got the Starlab reverb module for his Eurorack. So he's like showing me all this fancy equipment. I was just showing him some of the plug-in mimics that I use, and I looked up just for shits and giggles how much one of these cost, like the physical Shadow Hills. Dude, it's a $10,000 compressor. It's crazy. Oh, Mars is saying no, just signing up, I mean. Oh, sick. Yeah, that must be what I did. I signed up for Plugin Alliance and I got this for free, I believe. I never purchased anything from them either. I just got this for free. Okay, that's sounding really good. Where's our... Wow, we're at minus 7.69. We actually went down in our max peak value. So this is where we're going to get a little bit interesting here. I want to try something. This is something I've been kind of experimenting with, kind of adding on to my... There's two things that I want to experiment with. I'm not sure how they're going to turn out. First thing is this Oxide tape recorder. Ooh, just the default, you can tell a difference. Now that did raise our love spike quite a bit. I also got, what else did I get? Okay, so now that we've kind of got most of our compression in place, I want to try a smidge of saturation. Now, I usually pull out Little Radiator. This time we're going to go a little bit different because I also got another plugin from Universal Audio. What was it? It was a strip, yeah, it was, oh, not Yuhi, what am I doing? Universal Audio, there it is. Yeah, it was this Century Tube channel strip. See, now we have like so many layers. Yo, Email, what's up, dude? How's your day going, dude? Hey, you'll be so proud of me, man. I used Air Windows. I used it on my snare, man. I don't know, you were showing me this the other day, and it worked really well on my snare. And I ended up trying it in a different track. Just using Air, I realized this does the same thing that Fresh Air does, but for some reason I'm getting a better sound out of this. So I've been using that on my snare to kind of give it a crisper edge. I don't know, man. It's working good. TAIP is not tape is nice. So is the J37 from Waves. Oh, nice. Jesus, nope. This is where I'm kind of having to make decisions about like style, right? This compressor is really causing some ducking. We could turn it off though. Emails. Like, yeah, let's go. Yeah, man, Chris is a genius. Please watch a few of his videos. Okay, yeah, you'll fall in love with his weirdness. He's on YouTube. I gotta check him out. I mean, I'm using his plugins, so... He says, that brought a smile to my dead Swedish face. Hell yeah. Chris's comedy? Hell yeah. Damn, we got a lot of Chris stans in chat. I guess I gotta go check him out then. Also, the E-Effects plugins from Arturia are pretty dope. Hell yeah, man. Okay, we gotta hear how this goes into this bridge section. It's a little bit too squished. I don't know, I think this extra layer of compression is almost too much. Like, this breathes a little bit better. I'm not gonna lie. It is kind of a vibe, though. Let's pull out little radiator just to see. I like what this is doing with the snare crunch. That's a huge difference. Yeah. I know, man, like... This compression here, I assume that's maybe what you were talking about? That Century tube has some power behind it. Damn straight it does. Bottom end is better. Sounds so good. We might keep it on. I'm not sure. Now that we've got this radiator as well afterwards. Well, it's off right now, actually. Shit. Let's test a few things. Ooh. What the fuck? This is cool. I'm just afraid that I've totally flattened any nuance in this track. I'm not sure I care though. This is kind of a vibe. Let's hear this bridge though. That's what's gonna really be the giveaway. I don't know. What are you guys thinking? Compression on the tube channel? It's really giving us a lot of ducking and it's kind of cool. But it's also like really squishing our track. I don't know. This sounds cool though. I was afraid that was gonna be a huge volume difference right there. Fuck it. I mean, yeah, it's a taste thing, yeah. Tim says I would take that comp off, but that's just me. That's the Dr. Dre method. Yeah, I told you guys we weren't going to sidechain in the mix. We were going to get our sidechain going in the master. But that's the trade-off, though, is that everything's super compressed like this. I don't know, I'm so torn. Let's turn it off for now. See, because we do already have a decent, like... What if we did this instead? This is a lot more controlled. The transients of the drums could be more pronounced, as well as the transients of the twinkly synth high end of the instruments, wherever they are. Yeah, I think that this just kills it. Maybe just decrease the attack of a few things. Like the harmonics added by the compression as well. So we do have quite a bit of attack on this discrete compressor. I want to trigger this tube preamp a little bit. Yeah, you can send them separately, but that would defeat the purpose. The purpose of all of this compression is for these drums to affect everything else around it, right? Alright, time to make some decisions here. I think I want to try this way. Less compression on the Shadow Hills. We're still gonna have this tight. We're gonna keep less attack though. That did alleviate a lot of the issues with the drum transients. This is crazy though. We might just do this but less. No, that kills the drums. So I think it is gonna go this way. See, I intentionally like having a lot of attack and like not much release here. What we could do though is less compression on the drums themselves. Here we go. Does the Century have a mix knob? It's a good question. This is a very new compressor to me. It doesn't. I haven't found a mix knob on here, so no, I don't think that there's like a dry wet that we could just hit. But I've turned the compressor off here. What we're hearing is uncompressed from the channel strip. But I like the distortion that this is giving. We also have a little bit of extra saturation coming from the little radiator. Very sparing amount, but all right, I gotta lock in. We gotta hit our LUFS value and move on to the next track. This is one that might get a V2 on the master. I'm definitely gonna do a V2 on the master later. But I wanna wrap this up nicely before we hit that. Let's get a read on our max peak value. We're also going to do a little bit of EQing after all this. Yeah, let's I'll tell you what. We're gonna go ahead and try to bring this up to 0 as much as we can. And then we're gonna basically do some slight EQing into our limiter. Hopefully it'll be our final limiter. Honestly, I might do the EQing before. Yeah, let's do the EQing before. Actually, here, this is what we're gonna do. Ozone has a much better EQ for mastering this guy. We're gonna just bring this down ever so slightly. I do kind of want this to be ducked right at this top of this because we've got this so emphasized because of this cut right here. Yeah, kick and snare sound perfect together. Thank you. Yeah, this is actually sounding really good here. And because we pulled out Ozone, it automatically brought it up to 0. Now what I want to do We need to start measuring our LUFs here so we can... We got a ways to go. I think we still have room to limit. We just gotta be careful about our drums. We're aiming for at least minus 11.5. Really, like minus 11 would be best. Alright, let's run this from the beginning. A little bit more. It's starting to affect the drums a bit. I think minus 6.9 is a happy compromise. Definitely one of those though that I think I'm gonna do a V2 master with a couple of adjustments in the mix. Alright, one last time, let's run it through. But yeah, we definitely, like, what I was hoping for this track was for it to really feel like a tight, compressed, like, sidechain sort of feel. I think we kind of got that, but it is a little bit damper than I was hoping. And yeah, the drums aren't quite as snappy, right? So this is probably going to warrant a V2, but that's okay, you know? We'll put the time in. I do like the crunch though that we're getting from that decapitator, right? Looks like we're gonna be sitting pretty good with our LUFS value, hitting around minus 11, which is pretty much what I was hoping for with this track. last thing we gotta hit. I forgot. We're just gonna put a nice curvy fade out here, and we'll call that good for now, because we got 2 other tracks that we're trying to hit today. Yeah, just like that, basically. Okay. Hell yeah, cool. Now, this next one is definitely kind of an odd beat that I think you guys are gonna like. We made this on stream not too long ago, and I don't know how I'm gonna get it in front of rappers. It's a weird one, man. If I had to describe it, I would say it's as if like Tyler the Creator and Nujabes were making a beat together, and maybe Jimmy Buffett was in the room. I don't know. All right, let's replace these media files. I was sorting out my samples earlier. But yeah, I'm excited to show you guys this one. All right. But yeah, this one is like, it's interesting. It's got some nice piano to it. It's got some nice synthesized samples. It's got some really swanky brass in it. Let's give it a first listen. Yeah, I love to see that. Right? See, I like to imagine Nujabes was like, oh, I've got this piano sample. What do you guys think of this? And Tyler the Creator was like, oh, I'll lay some synths on this. And then Jimmy Buffett was like, oh, let's make it Margaritaville. I love the vibe of this, though. I don't know how to describe it to people. I'll have to figure out a way to get it in front of rappers. Definitely over on our max peak value. You like it? Hell yeah. Me too, man. It makes me feel whole, okay? I like it. It's kind of a wholesome track. I don't know. I'm a big fan of like when you make some good hip hop stuff, but it kind of comes off as a little bit wholesome. That's where it really gets me. What clipper do you mainly use? Love this track. Thank you, man. I actually have no clipper on this. There's no clipping other than the natural clipping, which we're about to solve. I typically kind of stay away from clippers too much. I do use Ableton's stock clipper sometimes when I really need to shave something down cleanly. However, when I'm going for like a clipped feel, I typically sort of rely on saturators more often. you know? So I'll be using like little radiator to kind of give it this sort of fluttery clipped feel, you know, if we're going for some like cloud rap kind of stuff, you know. But yeah, you know, for just like utility purpose of like a clipper, I'll use Ableton's limiter, and I'll put it on the soft clip mode. Or quite honestly, I'm usually using limiters instead of clippers until I hear a problem, right? Okay, so this is positive 4.54. Holy shit, we really got to turn this down. Sorry to say, guys, this is going to get very quiet very quickly. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And now we're below 0, and we'll go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Cool. That should be good. I encourage you guys to maybe turn your volume up. I'm going to turn my volume up as well. Let's just do a save as. Okay, let's start with the drums. But yeah, if you want to get that lufs without squishing or without squashing with compression, that's the call. K-clip is a great one. I should look. I do feel like I need more clipper options, you know? Because yeah, I agree with you that the way to get the volume up is really it's the difference between compression and limiting, right? And I think in tracks like this, where I'm trying to preserve a lot of nuance, I'm going to go a lot more sparing on my compression, depending on, you know, what we're working with. Like, I might compress these drums a decent amount. But when it comes to the master, I'm going to lean more into limiting than I will into compression. We'll squeeze it a little bit with a compressor. Yeah. Okay, these drums feel like they could kind of fatten up a little bit. And you see, that's where we are going to compress a little bit. We're not going to go super aggressive like with an 1176. We're going to pull out an LA2A. And we're also going to slap down a little bit of a room verb on this. Let's see, there's this one called Drum Presence in Ableton stock. Drum booth presence. Here we go. What? Externals that are not competitive. What? Are you kidding me? What about this one? There we go. Very sparingly though. Here we go. I do want to play around. I'm still kind of like learning more about this tape recorder plugin. But I've been liking what this does to drums and bass also. Like it really pulls forward that kick in a magical way. let's bring this back. This guy, I don't think I want to touch. Let's pull out our EQ. I don't know if we do compress this piano at all. It's got to be sparing. There's a lot of nuance in this piano we want to preserve. It's just those at 2000 hertz that I'm like, I just want these to fit together pretty nicely. So we might do something kind of minuscule like this. We're gonna pull out the LA2A and try to be pretty sparing. Okay, that definitely fills that out, gives it a lot of body, but we're not really letting this needle go too far. And we're also turning it down a decent amount. Okay, and then we really get that bass in here. Now this we can compress. Maybe instead of doing the LA2A, we're going to use Oxide, do some tape compression on this. Oops. Here we go. Now, I'm still kind of learning how to really utilize this, so we are going to dig into some of these presets and see for ourselves what some of these bass presets look like. Synth bass warm. Okay, so this is pretty much how I had it, except for it's a little bit boosted on the input and diminished on the output. And we're letting it hit that red. Wow, I see. This kind of gives this like kind of buzz, sort of flutteriness. That feels very defined and cool. I like that tape feel on this. Okay, so now I know I can really boost the input and decrease the output. I do now that we have that in place though, I do want to see if we have a smidge of this guy. Oh, yeah, that just kind of makes it feel pretty full. And a little bit more even as it goes across the range. Yeah, I see emails saying I've not had much luck with this plugin. Sometimes I get it to sound crunchy and buzzy, but my opinion, Toe Tape 8, oh yeah, from Air Windows, rivals this. I get my more out of it. To be fair, I have not played around with the UAD too much. Fair enough, man. I would say I would say that from what I have played around with to Tape 8, which has not been much, I would say that that's a tape processor that's kind of akin to RC20, where it's supposed to be a little bit more transformative, right? It's where you can get wobble and like all these sorts of more lo-fi effects. And I think that there's, I would say kind of two different types of tape processors, right? Where it's like some have more of an emphasis on transformation and kind of creating lo-fi sounds, kind of more of a focus on sound design. Whereas I think that this Oxide plugin is really more about compression and warmth, right? So this to me is more of a mixing tool than it is like a sound design tool. You're not going to get like the crazy lo-fi sounds out of this sort of plugin, but rather what you can get is kind of a interesting sheen on your masters, an interesting bump on your drums, a sort of flutteriness to your bass. That's kind of why I'm going to this guy, So I think it's important to kind of, recognize the differences in what these two plugins are trying to achieve, right? I still use and swear by RC20 when it comes to some of the more like sound design and production side of things. This is pretty new to me, and I'm finding it to be incredibly useful for mixing and kind of getting more out of my drums, more out of my bass, and more out of my master, So, different goals. Do you own Vintage Warmer 2? PSP Audio. I do not. Is that a tape processor? I imagine it sounds like something that would be kind of akin to this. I see Mars is in agreement. Hell yeah. Yeah, he says, I understand what you mean, but I have to disagree. What you have done is run the dials close to the min and max. To Tape 8, if you know the dials and you gently touch them, it can add slight color. Interesting. You see, I might have to play around with it more. But yeah, right now I'm just like, this is my new toy, so I'm playing with it. Let's see. What are we moving on to next? Probably these. This guy. Okay. Let's pull out an EQ. Let's actually put this at the end. I'm going to remove anything that's going on in this low end down here. I also want to just see, where are we getting the most bang for our buck in this EQ range? It feels like the magic sweet spot here is a little bit above 1K. We're around 1.5. I think I'm going to give it a nice little boost here. Oh, that feels good. Okay, now we got all these small little details here. This guy can come up. Do we want to play with maybe putting this guy wide, this Prophet? Maybe we'll use something like micro shift. Yeah, oops. Micro shift. Let's just try it and see. But yeah, email saying Vintage Warmer is compression / limiting, but it has been hailed to the skies from its release. It went back in 2010. Oh wow. The different knobs and dials work together in a weird way, and they sound super analog. I like shit that sounds super analog. Yeah. He says, check out the demo and see for yourself. It is a great tool. Okay, hell yeah. Expect saturation compression like LA2A and color from slight to huge. Oh, okay. Sounds tape-ish. Great presets. Ooh, that sounds like a fun tool, man. Ooh, I kind of like... Okay. This without like any detune. Little bit of delay here, you can see. Focus. Where are we focused here? Let's pull out our EQ. Oh, this guy's got a lot of fuzz going on down there. This is kind of mid-range. God, I hate that this knob doesn't give you any information as to where you are at in the EQ range. That's okay. We'll use our ears. Somewhere like right around here. What do we got going on here? Ooh, that's kind of nice. It's subtle, but I think we could bring it forward a little bit. Let's make sure that this is dead mono. This sounds like it wants to be dead mono. Here we go. Nice, and I see it responds with this guy. Oh, those are good. I don't think we want to mess with them too much after that. Okay, we're just lifting that brass by like 1 decibel. So this guy right here, it leans naturally a little bit to the right. But what do we got going on in the right around that range? I think the right hand of the piano. Yeah, we get most of that. So I'm kind of thinking let's swap the right and the left here. We'll have this naturally set in our left ear a little bit, leaning to the left, and we might even scoot it a little bit more. Oops. Okay, and then let's turn it down a little bit. Ooh, nice. Okay. This guy could use a little bit of reverb. What do we want to use? Probably a little splash of some super plate. There's a couple of presets I want to kind of play with here. I want to go with the decide between the stereo and the mono. Ooh, the stereo. Yeah. Ooh, nice. I think there's a little bit of cleanup to do on this part right over here. Yeah, let's start moving into this section. See, that gets too ambiguous. We are gonna have to change this a little bit. You know, we're just gonna have to clean this up before we move on with it. Ba ba dum bum. Man, I just need a single note. It's not sounding how I want it to. God, this is so nitpicky. Nope. Oh, wait, simple fix. Because I don't mind this kind of like lingering off sort of intonation. What if we just change the note here? and then we can have it jump up to that note. There we go. That feels a lot more natural over resolved to me. I don't know. Super nitpicky. I don't know. Fuck it. Worth it. This might be a little bit too buried in this. Yeah, I'm thinking let's do this. We're going to turn the hall down. And then maybe we actually bring... Let's go a little less compressed. Okay. This is also going to have a smidge of compression after the reverb just to get it to gel with it. I also kind of want to change this melody. Ba-da-bum, bum, 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 bum. Let's pencil it in. There we go. Let's hear that together. That last note, what do we want with that? Kind of just making sure that this track is the way I want it to be before we are shipping it. Delete that, pull that out. Perfect, nice. Okay, and then this fade out can just be a nice little curvy guy. And we're going to start to compress this thing in the master. But we're going to go a lot more sparingly than we did on that last guy. We might also try a little bit of limiting on this bass to give ourselves a little bit more headroom. Yeah, let's just hear this back, kind of back our perspective out a minute. Really think about how do we like the gain staging of all this before we go into master. I'm gonna try the drums like a slight tad quieter. Same with this bass. This is sounding pretty slick. What's our max peak at? Minus 5.17, not bad. Of course, that's gonna change here shortly, but we got plenty of room is all I wanted to see. Okay. All right. Now, let's pull out that Shadow Hills. This should be good. Okay. And let's bring it in about here where the bass is, a lot of these elements are. You know, not like going super crazy on it, but boy does that lift it nicely. Yeah, that feels good. All right. So I think after this, we are going to grab, all right, let's get this oxide. I've been really enjoying how this feels, especially on the lows. This does great things to both the kick and the bass. Oh, you can kind of feel that flutter. That's really what we're chasing here. Don't want to do too much on it, though. Oh, that feels good on that low note, though. Right? Okay, I want to A/B test between the channel strip and the little radiator. I think we only need one though. We don't want to totally flood this with saturation. Part of this is me just like learning more about these plugins, you know? It's kind of experimentation. This channel strip is giving us a little bit more clarity and brightness, and it just feels a little bit cleaner than the type of saturation that we're getting with Radiator. Okay, let's bring this back to the beginning. Let's see. Oh, I meant to press play before I press save. I do that sometimes. I usually like to press play and then save, and then I listen while it's saving, but sometimes I get that a little bit out of order. Oh, whatever. Man, this one's coming out nice, though. God, I really am loving this Oxide tape plugin. It just feels really good on the low end. That's really where I feel like I'm getting the most value out of this thing. Okay. Boy, it's got a lot that it's trying to put down. There we go. And we'll see where our max peak value is. Yeah, Mars says the tape and vinyl plugins from Waves are dope too. Hell yeah, I might have to check them out. I've been kind of skeptical of Waves ever since they tried to make it subscription service only. And from there I was like, I know a lot of people that use Waves, but I'm worried that they're gonna just suddenly one day be like, you don't own your plugins, by the way. I don't know. I feel like they learned their lesson though. They got so much backlash over that. I don't know. I got a few homies that really swear by the Waves plugins though. Can't say I've really dug into them much. Yeah, he says, no, the biggest problem with Waves is their upgrade plans. It's terrible business. Fair enough. Fair enough, man. I haven't had to update my Waves plugins yet. They all still work. Well, there you go, man. Okay, 1.72 minus 1.72. Let's boost it by 1.7. And I'll slap a limiter down the other side to make sure that we catch anything that might be going over. So we are going to utility boost by 1.7. There we go. And then we're going to slap down just a standard limiter. Oops. There we go. Put that ceiling at 0 just to catch anything. And then we're going to pull out Ozone. And you know what? I don't even think I'm going to run it. I think I'm just going to do what I need to do with it. So 9 elements. Where are we getting some of that static from? I don't see anything in the tracks. Oh, you know what? I don't know. I really don't know. Something's giving it. It doesn't matter. Actually, a little bit of white noise actually kind of helps the track feel a little bit more full. I'm curious where this guy's coming from, though. All right. We're gonna tame this bass a little bit. Give a little bass to these highs. We could try to do something like this. Sometimes I like this sort of feel on my masters where we kind of boost the highs and we boost the really lows. Pull out our Uline loudness meter. Yeah, we still got a ways to go. what's going on. Okay. Okay, let's bring this all the way back. And let's get a accurate reading on our LUFS value. We're looking at this number right here. We want it anywhere between -9 and -11. I'll even accept 11.5. But I think really for this track, I'm hoping to hit a target of about -10 LUFS. So let's run it through. And let's see if this number right here hits about -10. This is crazy. -10.6. I think I'm gonna keep that. I don't think I want, like, right now I'm liking where it is sitting. This feels really good. So let's take it. Let's take it. I got one more beat that I want to do with you guys today. Let's see. This next one, song 1080. Oh, yes. This is a pretty low-key boom bap beat. It should be really good. Okay. So let's, yeah, we got that saved. Cool. Let's pull up, where is song 1080? Oh, I got to go digging for it. Yeah, oh, no, there it is. Cool. All right. Oh man, let's do one more. God, we got some good stuff in the works here, man. I'm liking it. Definitely liking it. But yeah, don't forget to smack the like button, everybody. Thank you, Mars. Yes, we appreciate all the likes. Thank you for everybody that's liked this stream. Damn, Mars, on it. All right, it is loading. It is thinking about it. But yeah, this next one should be really good for the rappers, I think. I think people are going to be able to walk for miles on a verse on this next track. It's some pretty like low-key boom bap kind of stuff. This one I didn't even really sample anything. I did everything from scratch, but it still feels very like, I don't know. Still feels very boom bap. Let's check it out. Let's give it our first listen through. Oh, I guess I sampled some ambience. There you go. Oh yeah, this was the one where we got air windows on that snare. Inching up that snare reverb. Slick. I like it. Let's see what our max peak value is. Oh my god, 5.2. Guys, we're going to have to turn this down quite a bit. That's okay. That is A-okay by me. Let's say minus 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then let's go a little bit further down than that. 1, 2, 3, 4-ish. 5. There we go. What you smoking? Some medicinal ganja? No. This is just some nicotine, man. It's what is it? It's like some pineapple something. Just some nicotine, man. I'm a fiend. Speaking of which, I should top it off. Yeah, he says, you're visually impaired. Ugh, I'm going to try to not take that personally, email. No, I'm kidding. Was that the augment you had with the doctor? Oh, yeah, you know. Nah, dude, I'm in Colorado. That shit's legal here. I just don't do that shit on stream, really, because, I don't know. I get social anxiety when I smoke. I am unfortunately sober, but, you know. Then I get all awkward. I'm like, in my head, I'm like, oh man, email's totally judging me for my shitty ass beat. He's like, sorry, just the glasses. I am too, so I can say that, he says. It's all good. Yeah, today I was feeling lazy. I usually have contacts in. I don't know. Today, I've just been so lazy. I've been a little sick lately. Like, not fully sick, but I can feel that I'm, like, fighting something off. Like, I don't know. I've just been tired and had a headache all day. I was just like, nah, I don't feel like putting contacts in. Yeah. But, you know, we still showed up, still making some music. The one thing that sucks about getting sick is, you know, aside from getting sick, getting behind on your work. I don't know. Especially when you work for yourself. Then it's like, you know, it's no longer like, yay, I get to stay home and do nothing. It's like, oh no, I gotta make up for all this work at some point. You look great with glasses. Thank you, Emil. I appreciate you. Makes me look like I know what I'm doing, right? Gives the illusion that I know what I'm doing. All right, I'm gonna turn up my own volume. I encourage you guys to turn up your volume as well. This is pretty quiet. We're gonna start quiet and work our way up incrementally. So let's see. Okay, so already there's something that needs to change here. This instrument, as you can visually see, some of us that are lucky enough to visually see this, the left half is piano, the right half is kind of this synth. The thing is, the notes that are coming through on the synth are kind of quiet. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to split this in half so that we can mix this differently. We're going to duplicate, and then we're going to say, okay, this top guy, let's get rid of all of these bottom notes. Yeah, we'll just get rid of those. Boop. And this guy down here, we're going to get rid of all of the top notes. Easy. And now we're going to take both these guys and slap it down the track. Cool. And that just allows us to turn up the volume on our right hand. So can definitely come up a little bit more. There we go. Now it's a little bit too loud. There we go. Play around with these drums a little bit. We did get to do quite a bit of mixing on these drums when we were doing stuff. So let's try this the other way. That's better. Yeah, there's just a lot of... There's that hi-hat doubled up on this guy. You know, I think I'm going to live with that. Kind of gives us this fuzz up top, but that's okay. Kind of gives this drum a little bit of, like, character to it. We'll just call it character. Start treating this bass. Let's go the opposite way. Let's go really hardcore. Now let's go really hardcore the other way. try some presets, see what these do. Feels pretty good. That's, you know, hard input, soft output. I think we're gonna go with something like this. And then we're gonna grab our LA2A and just give it a little slight compression to make this feel a little bit fatter. We did bring that up in volume, so we'll bring that back down a bit. There we go. Bringing up that snare reverb ever so slightly. Okay, let's see where this guy's fitting in. I'm also curious, would it make a difference if we monoed him? Give him a very narrow feel. Not much difference. I think we're also going to turn this guy down a bit. So, let's see what's going on under the hood. Oh, we want to cut out those sub frequencies. We should also take a peek at this piano. This looks pretty good. Yeah, this is all fine. I think we're going to group these. Now we can take these down a little bit together. Dude, this is so slick. I can't wait to hear bars on this, you know? Like, oh man, I might have to throw this to my cipher or something. I just need to hear some bars on this. Pull back out that EQ. Oh, that's on the wrong thing. Now it's over here. I was kind of curious. What if we shaved some of the top here? Made it like this narrow band. Yeah, that's not going to quite be the vibe. I think we want all this. this guy. I like how subtle this guy is. We're not going to really mess with this guy, but we are going to bring him up slightly. Yeah, because I like how that crescendos. I like how that's subtle. Ooh, yeah, there we go. Remove some of these lows down here because we're not really using that. This is sounding clean. This feels like it could snap harder. I want to try something silly. Maybe we'll do that same trick that we did with the snare using air windows, just using that one knob, that air, to kind of give it this brightness. That could be cool. I mean, that was working on the snares. I bet it would sound cool on claps. Before or after? We'll do it before for now. Actually, I'm not sure I'm liking the bright. Maybe it's that it actually does need more mid to really like. Yeah, let's treat it like a snare, like we're giving it a kind of that bucket punch. See, it doesn't have much down here though. Maybe the compression after. I don't know. That's a little aggressive though. Now that kind of flattens it. Get experimental here. Wow, yeah, that saturation helps. There we go. This is cool. Oh, yeah. Okay. So. Oh, yeah, we got plenty of headroom. Let's just get busy with the master. And, you know, we can always go back to the mix if there's something that's bugging us while we're mastering. But, man, I think we're hitting something pretty good here. This was a pretty quick and simple mix. You know, nothing too crazy here. Just a little bit of fiddling with a few things. All right, so Shadow Hills Master Compressor. And, yeah, let's just see how much we're going to need. It's a little bit too compressed. There we go. Ah, this is such a slick track. All right. Let's pull out Oxide again. I know. I'm throwing this shit on everything. This, I predict, is going to be the plugin that I use it on everything until I hear it on everything and I go, eh. And then I stop using it. And then eventually I come back to it with a lot more of a sensible way of using it. I don't know. That's how I go with all my plugins, man. We go through my processes with these. You know, gotta live out the love-hate relationship with all your plugins. Oh, come on. That sounds so rich, though. Yeah. Ooh. Okay. And we're going to do a same A/B test with this and Little Radiator. Oh, no, I'm just liking the sound of this. Smooth as butter. Thank you, man. I am thinking, now that we hear it with all the compression and the saturation, I'm thinking of like bringing these drums down a little bit. Just 1 decibel. And that's a little bit more reasonable, I think. Let's A/B test it with the little radiator as well, just to see which one. See, this channel strip just sounds so much cleaner than Little Radiator. I think that's what we're gonna decide. It's just, this just feels cleaner. Let's run it from the beginning and just kind of see where our max peak is. And also just kind of give it a listen through, see if there's anything else that needs fixing. Alright, so I do notice that the low end here has kind of gotten away from us a little bit. It's not bad though, it sounds really cool, especially through like this tape processor and this saturator. It's got a cool quality to it. I think we are going to try to like kind of clamp down a little bit on our EQ. Let's first of all try to get this up to 0. And then we're gonna throw it into our limiter basically. So we're gonna say 1.8. We're boosting it by 1.8. That should leave us a little bit of room, but we're gonna throw a limiter just in case. And then we're gonna pull out Ozone. We're gonna kind of EQ it into our limiter. So we don't need the imager. Ooh. This mid-range is going to be good to kind of lift up. Might just kind of give it this overall kind of upward shape. Where's that snare really hitting at though? Like, where's the harshness? Might kind of try to not go so hard to there. Okay. All right, so now we should really start considering our LUFS. Again, range is really just like anywhere between -9 and -11.5. I'm not really sure where this one's going to land. Let's just see where we are. We're going to pull back on this threshold. It's going to make it louder. And then we're going to kind of see where we are about, if we're going to be overshooting it or just barely scraping it. Here, let's come in. Bring it back and let's get a LUFS measurement. We might be adjusting this as we go. Yeah, this one might be on the lower end, which is not surprising. It's a kind of a less full sort of track. It does have a lot of bass though, which can inflate our LUFS value. I think maybe that might be our saving grace, getting us to about -11.5. That'd be great if we could hit -11 solidly, but we'll see. Nice, and it's -11.2. Come on, that's good. Oh, I don't think I want to mess with that anymore. I think that's pretty solid. Jesus Christ, did we? No, we didn't. We were bad. We didn't do our save as. We're going to do a save as right now. Oh, well, that one, yeah, we only spent like a half an hour on that mix. It really wasn't that long. Okay, maybe like 40 minutes. Yeah. Maybe 30 minutes mixing and 10 minutes like mastering. But it's a simple track. We're really just kind of polishing these up for BeatStars specifically, which, I should show you guys where you can get all of these beats. I actually have quite oh shit, is it gonna it's gotta save first. Point is, I've got a beat sale going on my BeatStars right now through January 9th. If you're trying to pick up a bunch of beats, I've got 40% off on the BeatStars if you use the coupon code NewYear40. So yeah, here, I'll just type it in chat, tapdaddybeats.beatstars.com, and coupon code New Year 40. Yeah, going on through January 9th. So if you are looking to pick up a bunch of beats, you can get them dirt cheap right now. It even applies to my bundle deals. So if you stack 40% off on all of my I've got one that's like buy 2 get 3 free on my tier that includes stems. So like for what would normally be 5 beats for $100 with stems is now 5 beats for $60 with stems. Definitely go check it out if you are somebody looking for beats. Otherwise, no worries. But yeah, that's going on through January 9th. All right. Looks like we got this saved. Man, we hit a lot of good beats today, man. We hit a lot of good beats. I should also mention, just for everybody watching, I got a little 2-track EP dropping tonight. It's called Dragonfly. It's coming out on platforms tonight at midnight. Definitely check it out. Keep your eye out for it. Little 2-track banger. I've also got another EP in the midst here coming out in 2 weeks. Night Owl. This is like, I don't know, this is kind of like, it's got some plug in it. It's got some kind of experimental stuff. It gets quite off the beaten path. But yeah, I'll let you guys go check that out for yourself. Here's a little link to where you can pre-save it. All that good jazz. Boop. Oops. There we go. Little link to the pre-save page. All right, I'm done chilling. Thank you guys so much for hanging out. Dude, this was such a fun stream. Thank you, Signature. Thank you, Email. Thank you, Mars. Thanks for popping in, guys. Thank you, Tim Williams. Appreciate you, man. Yeah, everybody that was watching. I appreciate all you guys. So thanks for hanging out. I'll be live again on Saturday, just cooking up some beats as we do. And I hope to see you all there. So take it easy. Happy producing, happy mixing, all that good jazz. And I will see you guys next time. Peace out.